This video is about the alpha loved her bravery, but his pack saw only fear. If this story captivates you, please like the video, share it with loved ones, and write in the comments how it touched your heart. ## The alpha loved her bravery, but his pack saw only fear. The moon hung low in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the dense forest that surrounded the Blackwood Pack's territory. A gentle breeze rustled through the leaves, carrying whispers of secrets and untold stories. In a clearing bathed in moonlight, the pack gathered. Cyrus, the powerful alpha, stood tall among them, his ember eyes gleaming with intensity. The air crackled with tension as he watched the new arrival, Alara, a fierce omega from the neighboring pack. Her presence stirred something primal within him, something deeper than mere attraction. Alara's chestnut hair flowed behind her like a silken banner, a defiant stance radiating bravery. While the pack saw a weak omega, Cyrus saw the fire of a warrior. His heart thundered as he approached her, the air thick with unspoken words. "Why did you come here, Alara?" he asked, his voice a low growl that reverberated in the silence. "To challenge the perceptions of your pack," she replied boldly, casting a glance at the murmuring wolves encircling them. "You fear what you do not understand. I am not afraid of the Blackwood Pack." A ripple of unease passed through the crowd. "An omega does not challenge an alpha," hissed Marcus, the grizzled beta, his loyalty to tradition unwavering. The others stirred, unsure how to respond to her audacity. Cyrus felt the weight of his pack's disapproval but could not quell the admiration swelling inside him. "You were brave," he admitted, taking a step closer to her, their eyes locking. "But bravery can be foolish." "Foolishness is born from fear, Alpha," Alara shot back, her voice steady. "You can let your pack's prejudices dictate your choices." Challenge in her voice was electric, igniting a flicker of rebellion in his heart. "You speak as if you know me." "I know enough," she said, her gaze unwavering. "I have seen countless wolves hide behind their ranks, driven by insecurities. I refuse to be a pawn in anyone's game." Marcus scoffed, stepping forward. "You think your defiance makes you special? An omega's place is to submit, not provoke." Cyrus felt a surge of protectiveness. "Enough, Marcus, let her speak." The tension thickened, palpable, as the other pack members exchanged uneasy glances. Alara turned her gaze back to Cyrus, her voice softer now. "I came here to learn about your pack, not to fight it. The world is changing. Omegas deserve a voice." Silence followed, heavy with unspoken thoughts. Cyrus couldn't ignore the longing building inside him. "And what do you want from us?" "I want to forge a connection," she said, her sincerity cutting through the doubts. "Together, we can change our futures." Cyrus felt a spark of hope. "You think our packs could unite?" "Only if you were willing to break the chains of the past," she replied, her gaze unwavering. The pack's murmurs intensified, but Cyrus felt something shift within him. "I will consider your proposition," he said, resisting the urge to reach for her hand. "But know this, there are forces that will oppose us." "I am not afraid of them," Alara stated, a fierce light igniting in her eyes. As night deepened, the moon glowed brighter, illuminating the bond forming between them. Cyrus's heart raced, but he felt the weight of destiny pressing down. Would he dare to challenge his pack's traditions for this brave omega? Days turned into weeks, and each meeting between Cyrus and Alara became a secret dance of longing and desire. They met under the cover of night, their conversations peppered with laughter and shared dreams. But tensions within the pack grew. "You were risking everything, Alpha," Marcus warned, his voice a low growl. "You were inviting trouble with her presence." "I see something in her," Cyrus replied, his tone resolute. "She is not what you think." "She'll bring weakness to our pack," Marcus insisted. "An alpha cannot fall for an omega, it is against nature." "But what if nature is changing?" Cyrus questioned, frustration bubbling within him. "There is strength in diversity." "Where there is chaos," Marcus countered, watching him with narrowed eyes. "You were blinded by infatuation." Days turned into a storm of conflict, Alara's presence igniting a fire within Cyrus that he could neither control nor contain. Each moment spent apart felt unbearable, and each reunion crackled with urgency. One night, under the silvery glow of the moon, Cyrus found Alara at their usual meeting spot, a small grove surrounded by ancient oaks. Her beauty took his breath away. "Cyrus," she greeted, her voice warm, yet laced with concern. "I sense the tension in your pack. Are they still against me?" "They were scared. They see your bravery as a threat," he admitted, stepping closer, his heart racing as he felt the pull of the bond between them. "Fear breeds ignorance. We can prove them wrong," she urged, her eyes filled with determination. "What if they reject you?" Cyrus asked, his voice dropping to a whisper. Alara took a deep breath, her gaze steady. Then we fight together. Love is worth the pain, isn't it? The weight of her words settled over him, igniting a flicker of hope. Yes, it is, he replied, his voice thick with emotion. But just as they leaned closer, drawn together by the magnetic force of their growing bond, the sound of rustling leaves interrupted them. Marcus emerged from the shadows, fury etched on his face. Cyrus, I warned you about this, he growled, stepping between them. You will not jeopardize our pack for a fleeting distraction. Alara stood tall, unyielding. I am no distraction. I am here to help your pack see the truth. Your truth is a lie. Marcus spat, his eyes blazing with anger. You have no place here. Cyrus felt the fire of anger erupt within him. You don't speak for me, Marcus. Marcus's expression shifted from anger to betrayal as he stepped back, shocked. You would choose her over your pack, over your own blood? I choose love over fear, Cyrus replied, his heart racing as he held Alara's gaze. Then you are a full alpha, Marcus snarled, retreating into the shadows. The air crackled with tension, and Cyrus turned to Alara, his heart racing. I am sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen. I don't apologize for your feelings, Cyrus, she said softly, taking his hand. But we must be prepared for the storm that is coming. As the first hints of dawn painted the sky in hues of gold and crimson, the weight of the decisions hung heavily in the air. United by love, but torn by duty, they stood on the precipice of destiny, ready to face whatever trials awaited them. With their hearts entwined beneath the watchful gaze of the moon, they knew one truth: love was a force more powerful than any pack's fear, and together they would fight for their future. As dawn broke over the horizon, painting the sky in warm hues of orange and gold, Alara and Cyrus stood in silence, the gravity of their situation weighing heavily upon them. The remnants of the confrontation lingered in the air, thick with unspoken fears and aspirations. Cyrus, Alara began, her voice tentative as she broke their stillness. Do you think they'll ever accept me? He turned to her, the turmoil within him reflected in his amber eyes. I want to believe they will, but fear is a powerful beast, Alara. It blinds them to the truth. Then let us show them the truth, she asserted, her resolve shining through the uncertainty. Let us prove that love can build bridges, not walls. Cyrus admired her courage, but the thought of the impending conflict made his stomach churn. What if they don't want to see? What if they refuse to listen? We'll make them listen, she replied, fierce determination burning in her cerulean gaze. Together we can change their hearts. But doubt crept into Cyrus's mind, mingling with the lingering shadows of Marcus's betrayal. And if they see me as a traitor? If they turn against me? Then we stand together, no matter the cost, Alara declared, her grip tightening on his hand. You are my mate, and I will not let fear drive a wedge between us. As the sun climbed higher, the world around them began to wake, unaware of the storm brewing within the Blackwood pack. Cyrus took a deep breath, drawing strength from their bond. You give me hope, he murmured, leaning closer to brush his lips against her forehead, a tender gesture that ignited a fire in his chest. But as he pulled away, the shadow of Marcus loomed large in his mind. I need to speak with him, Cyrus said reluctantly, his voice heavy with apprehension. I must try to reason with him. Alara frowned, concern flickering across her face. Are you sure that is wise? He is angry, and anger can lead to rash decisions. I have to. His voice was firm, but inside, uncertainty gnawed at him. If I can show him how much you mean to me, maybe he'll reconsider. As they made their way back to the pack's territory, the atmosphere shifted. The once familiar woods felt foreign, filled with unseen eyes watching their every move. The whispers of the pack members reached them long before they stepped into the clearing. Look who it is, Marcus sneered, emerging from the shadows with a cadre of loyal wolves at his side. The traitor and the Omega. Cyrus clenched his jaw, feeling the weight of their gazes. Marcus, I am here to talk, he said, trying to keep his voice steady. Talk or preach? Marcus replied, his tone dripping with disdain. You've succumbed to a weakness, Alpha. She'll destroy everything we've built. Alara stepped forward, her voice ringing clear and confident. I am not here to destroy anything, Marcus. I am here to help. Together, we can strengthen our packs. A chorus of murmurs rippled through the gathered wolves. You think an Omega can help us? One wolf scoffed. She is not one of us. Enough. Cyrus growled, stepping protectively in front of Alara, whose presence ignited a fierce protectiveness within him. You need to listen. I believe she can bring a new perspective, a strength we haven't considered. You would risk everything for her. Marcus spat, his eyes blazing with betrayal. You are a fool, Cyrus. You are jeopardizing our future for a fantasy. Love isn't your fantasy, Marcus. It is a force that can unite us if you only open your eyes. Cyrus argued, frustration spilling over. Marcus's expression darkened as he surveyed his pack. If you choose to side with her, you'll be making an enemy of your own blood. They'll never accept her. And I refuse to let you dictate who I can love. Cyrus shot back, his heart racing. I will not turn my back on what I feel. Alara's hand squeezed his, grounding him amidst the chaos. We can find a way to resolve this, Marcus. We can build a stronger pack together. The Beta's laughter echoed through the clearing, harsh and mocking. You think you can sway our traditions with empty words? You read nothing but a weak omega. The heat of anger surged within Cyrus, a primal urge rising to defend Alara. Enough, your ignorance is suffocating us. One of the wolves stepped forward, her eyes narrowed. You think your bond can change centuries of tradition? You read dreaming. Then let us show them that dreams can become reality, Alara interjected, her voice steady. I challenge you to a trial. Marcus, let the pack decide. Cyrus turned to her, alarm flashing in his eyes. What trial? You don't have to prove anything to them. But Alara's expression was resolute. I've stood against adversity my entire life. I won't shy away now. I'll show them I am worthy. Cyrus felt the urge to protest, but the fire in her gaze silenced him. If you believe this is the way, he whispered, then I am with you, always. Marcus's smirk widened. Very well, but know this, Alara, if you fail, you will be cast out, and Cyrus will be forced to choose. Alara straightened, her determination unwavering. I accept the challenge. The pack buzzed with anticipation, and Cyrus's heart raced. I'll fight with you, he declared, standing tall beside her. Your heart is strong, but your loyalty must be to the pack, Marcus warned, his voice low and dangerous. I will not abandon her, Cyrus replied, the conviction in his voice echoing through the clearing. I choose love over fear, and I will not let tradition dictate my heart. As the sun dipped low, casting long shadows across the forest floor, the tension in the pack reached a breaking point. The challenge was set, and both Alara and Marcus knew that the outcome would shape their futures. In the days leading up to the trial, Alara trained relentlessly, pushing her limits to become a warrior in her own right. Cyrus stood by her side, offering guidance, encouragement, and unwavering belief in her strength. Each shared moment deepened their bond, sparking a fire of passion that neither had anticipated. I've never felt like this with anyone, Alara confessed one night, their breaths mingling in the cool air. You see me for who I truly am. And I love you for it, Cyrus replied, his heart racing at the profound truth of his words. He brushed a strand of hair behind her ear, their faces inches apart. You've changed me, Alara. Her lips curved into a soft smile, and in that moment, the world around them faded. But the weight of the impending trial loomed large, a reminder of the challenges they would face. On the day of the trial, the pack gathered under the towering oaks, the air thick with tension. The atmosphere was electric, buzzing with anticipation and uncertainty as they awaited the clash. Remember, the pack will judge you not just for your strength but for your heart, Cyrus whispered to Alara, his hands resting gently on her shoulders. Stay true to yourself. I will, she promised, her gaze steady and fierce. No matter what happens, I won't let them break me. As the challenge began, Alara faced Marcus, their movements fluid and calculated. The pack watched with bated breath, torn between loyalty and fear. Every strike, every parry echoed the weight of their history and their future. Cyrus's heart pounded with each clash of their bodies. Fight with your heart, Alara, show them your strength, he called out, his voice carrying over the crowd. With every heartbeat, Alara poured her soul into the battle, her movements a testament to her unwavering spirit. As she fought, Cyrus felt the bond between them strengthen, an invisible thread binding their fates together. But just as she gained the upper hand, Marcus's brutal determination surged. He lunged, and Alara stumbled, narrowly avoiding a blow that could have ended the fight. The world seemed to freeze as gasps echoed through the crowd. Cyrus's instinct kicked in, his wolf surging to the surface. No, he roared, launching himself into the fray, ready to protect her at all costs. Yet Alara, undeterred, rose to face Marcus once more. You will not break me, she shouted, her voice fierce and unwavering. I am more than just an omega. In that moment, something shifted within the pack. Fear began to give way to admiration, and Cyrus felt hope igniting in his chest. Alara was fighting not just for herself, but for all those who felt voiceless. The final moments of the trial were a blur of motion and emotion. With a final surge of strength, Alara caught Marcus off guard, using all she had learned to bring him to his knees. The clearing fell silent, the weight of the moment pressing down on them all. Breathless, Alara stood tall, her gaze unwavering. "I am worthy," she declared, her voice ringing clear. "I challenge the fear that binds us. Love calm." Hash hash hash. The alpha loved her bravery, but his pack saw only fear. Hash hash hash. Part 3. The clearing was still, each wolf holding its breath as Alara's words echoed against the ancient trees. The air vibrated with tension, a mixture of disbelief and admiration swirling through the Blackwood pack. Cyrus felt his heart race, filled with pride for the Omega who dared to defy the odds. "Your strength today is commendable, Alara," Marcus sneered, picking himself up off the ground, rage burning in his eyes. "But you are still just an Omega." Alara's chest heaved with effort as she glared at him, refusing to back down. "I may be an Omega, but I have fought hard and defeated your arrogance today. Strength isn't merely physical, it has in the heart, the spirit, and the will to rise against fear." The members among the pack intensified, shifting from doubt to a reluctant respect. Cyrus stepped forward, his voice steady and commanding. "Alara has shown us all what it means to be brave. She fought for a future where we are all united, where love triumphs over fear." The wolves shifted uncomfortably, caught in a battle of their own beliefs. "Cyrus, you risk everything for her." Someone finally spoke up, a young wolf with uncertainty in his eyes. "What if she leads us to ruin?" Cyrus's gaze hardened. "What if she leads us to strength? The world outside is changing. We cannot remain stagnant in fear." His eyes flicked to Alara, finding strength in her steadfast presence. "We can forge a new path together. I will not tolerate this betrayal." Marcus roared, his voice laced with fury. "You are dismantling the very foundation of our pack, Cyrus. I will not stand by as you throw away our traditions for a passing whim." "Tradition has kept us shackled for too long," Alara interjected, her voice ringing with conviction. "I refuse to be a pawn in this game. I want to stand alongside you, not beneath you. Together, we can redefine what it means to be a pack." Cyrus's heart soared at her words. "If we are to thrive, we must embrace every wolf among us, regardless of rank. Alara's bravery can teach us to face our own fears." But Marcus's eyes darkened. "Then you will pay the price, Alpha. You may think you can change the hearts of wolves, but I will not let you destroy what we've rebuilt." He stepped forward, eyes locked on Alara with a predatory intensity. "I will make you regret this." In that moment, the finality of his threat hung heavy in the air. Cyrus stepped between them instinctively, his protective instincts flaring. "You will not harm her, Marcus. Make no mistake, this is not just about Alara. This is about the future of our pack." "The future?" Marcus snarled, eyeing Alara with disdain. "You truly believe she is the key? A mere Omega will lead our pack to ruin, Cyrus. You re-blinded by infatuation." Cyrus felt the heat of rage build within him, a primal urge demanding he protect what he loved. "This isn't infatuation, Marcus, this is destiny. Love defies all expectations. Alara is my mate, and I will fight for her." A ripple of shock ran through the pack, eyes wide as they processed his declaration. Whispers filled the clearing, some laced with disbelief, others with reluctant acceptance. "Your bond does not change who she is," Marcus spat, the venom in his voice palpable. "You cannot mate with the weak and expect to be strong." Alara took a step forward, her eyes blazing. "You don't know me, Marcus. I've endured more than you can imagine. You see weakness where I see strength. I am not afraid of your judgments. I am more than a title." "Enough." Sarah's voice boomed, silencing the crowd. "We will not let fear dictate our choices anymore. Alara has fought for her place here, and she deserves our respect." With every word, the atmosphere shifted, the pack's apprehension slowly morphing into a flicker of hope. But Marcus would not back down. "Let us see if your love can withstand the trials of this pack," he challenged, eyes locking onto Cyrus with a fierce intensity that demanded a response. Cyrus met his gaze, the tension crackling like a storm about to break. "What do you propose?" "A challenge," Marcus answered, his tone dripping with malice. "A test of strength, of loyalty, and of courage. You must prove that your bond is worthy of the Blackwood pack." "And if we refuse?" Alara challenged, her voice steady. "Then I will rally the pack against you," Marcus declared, his eyes glinting with the thrill of the fight. "You will all be driven out as traitors, forever shunned for your foolishness." Cyrus felt a wave of dread wash over him. "What are the terms of this challenge?" "The trial will consist of a series of tests: strength, wit, and loyalty. If you and Alara succeed, the pack will accept her. If you fail, well, you know the consequences," Marcus taunted. Alara turned to Cyrus, determination etched on her features. "Then we have no choice. We will rise to this challenge together." Cyrus took her hands, feeling the warmth of their bond ignite between them. I won't let you face this alone, he promised, his voice low and sincere. We will fight for our love, for our pack. As the moon rose high in the night sky, the clearing was set for the trial. The pack gathered, tension swirling in the air, electric with anticipation. Alara stood resolute at Cyrus's side, her heart pounding yet filled with unyielding determination. First, we will test your strength, Marcus declared, a wicked grin spreading across his face. Each of you will face the strongest of our warriors. Let us see if your bond can withstand the pressure. As the challenge began, Cyrus watched Alara face the first warrior, a burly wolf with muscles rippling under his fur. She stepped into the circle, heart racing yet steady with resolve. Stay true to yourself, Alara, Cyrus called out, his voice filled with warmth and strength. The initial clash was fierce, but Alara fought with a fire he had never seen before. Her movements were fluid, embodying the spirit of a warrior, and Cyrus's heart swelled with pride. As she fought, he sensed a growing bond between them, an energy pulsing through the air, igniting the will within him. He felt the pack cascade shift from skepticism to admiration as they witnessed the strength of an Omega rising to the challenge. The battle raged on, and Alara's determination was unwavering, but as she faced the last warrior, fatigue threatened to take hold. Cyrus felt an overwhelming urge to protect her, but he knew she needed to conquer this alone. Remember why you fight, he urged, his voice steady and clear amidst the roar of the pack. You are not just battling for yourself, but for all those who strive to find their place. With renewed vigor, Alara surged forward, landing a powerful blow that sent her opponent sprawling to the ground. The clearing erupted in cheers, disbelief morphing into admiration as the wolves around them began to realize that Alara was more than capable. Now, the final challenge, Marcus announced, eyes gleaming with malice. A test of loyalty, you must choose between your pack and your bond. Cyrus felt his heart drop. What does that mean? He demanded, his brow furrowing in concern. Face a choice, Marcus explained. You must betray your love or turn your back on your pack. Only one can survive this trial. Alara stepped forward, her voice a beacon of bravery amidst the chaos. I will not choose fear, I will choose love and loyalty, no matter the cost. The weight of her words settled heavily over the clearing as silence enveloped the pack. Marcus's eyes narrowed, sensing the shift in the air. You are a fool to think love will protect you. Cyrus stepped beside her, feeling the warmth of their bond. Love is a force stronger than any tradition. It is what binds us, what gives us strength. As the challenge reached its climax, the moment hung in the air, heavy with anticipation. The murmurs among the pack grew louder, shifting from doubt to belief as they began to see the truth in Cyrus and Alara's bond. I choose love, Alara declared, her voice cutting through the silence. And I hope you will choose courage to accept something different, something beautiful. The pack watched, breathless, as Marcus's expression twisted between anger and disbelief. You think you can change us? He snarled, stepping closer. I will not allow it. But as if charged by an unseen force, the pack began to shift, their loyalty swaying. One by one, they stepped forward, acknowledging Alara's strength. I stand with Alara, a young wolf shouted, emboldened. She fought for us. I, too, another declared, their eyes bright with newfound courage. As the tide turned, Marcus's fury intensified, but Cyrus stood firm beside Alara, their bond radiating strength. Together, we rise, he proclaimed, the pack echoing his sentiment, a corso. Hash hash hash, the alpha loved her bravery, but his pack saw only fear. Hash hash hash, part 4. The air was thick with tension as Alara stood at the center of the clearing, the weight of the pack's gaze pressing down like a storm cloud ready to unleash its fury. Cyrus remained at her side, their fingers intertwined a silent vow against the chaos that threatened to engulf them. Are you ready for this? He whispered, his voice low, yet it resonated with a fierce determination. Alara met his gaze, her cerulean eyes shimmering with fire. More than ever, we fight for our love and for the future of our pack. The resolute tone of her voice surged through him, igniting the ember of hope nestled deep within his heart. He could feel their bond pulsating between them, a mystical connection that intensified as they prepared for the final challenge. Yet the gnawing reality of Marcus's betrayal loomed over them like a dark shadow. As the crowd settled, Marcus stepped forward, his presence radiating authority mixed with hostility. You wish to change the very essence of our pack, Alara. His voice was a chilling drawl. You think your love can rewrite centuries of tradition? Tradition has kept us divided, Alara replied, her voice steady, echoing against the ancient trees. It is time to unite, to evolve. We can be stronger together if you allow it. Marcus's laugh rang out, cruel and mocking. You are delusional. The price of your foolishness is your place in this pack. He gestured dramatically, commanding the attention of the gathered wolves. Let the trial commence first. We will test your loyalty. Alara stepped forward, her heart racing as adrenaline surged through her veins. What must I do? The first test is simple, Marcus announced, his gaze narrowing. You must face your own memories, relive the fears that have haunted you, your insecurities, your weaknesses. Only then can you prove yourself worthy of love. Cyrus felt dread seep into his bones. You cannot make her face her past like this. It is cruel and unjust. Silence. Marcus barked, his authority silencing Cyrus's protest. Alara, do you accept this challenge? Alara's breath caught in her throat as she faced the crowd, their eyes scrutinizing her every move. I accept, she declared, her voice firm despite the tremor of fear beneath it. I will face whatever darkness you throw at me. With a wave of his hand, Marcus summoned shadowy figures to rise around Alara, specters of her past, those moments of rejection, the painful memories of being labeled weak by her own kind. As the apparition circled her, their whispers clawed at her mind, dredging up insecurities she had fought so hard to bury. See, you are nothing but an omega, one spectre hissed, its voice laced with disdain. You will never be strong enough to stand among us. Death? Alara shouted, shaking with emotion. I am not defined by the whispers of fear. I am brave, and I will not let you control my destiny. Cyrus watched, his heart pounding as he felt the energy of her defiance reach out to him. You are stronger than you know, Alara, he called, his voice cutting through the haze of shadows surrounding her. The spectres faltered at the sound of his unwavering faith, and Alara took a deep breath, focusing on the bond they shared. Cyrus believes in me, she said, her voice rising above the whispers. I am more than just an omega. I am a warrior of love, and I refuse to be held captive by fear. With renewed strength, she charged at the phantoms, breaking through their grip as she embraced the truth of her identity. Light engulfed her, she felt the warmth of Cyrus's love envelop her, banishing the spectres into the darkness from which they had emerged. The clearing erupted into cheers as Alara stood victorious, the shadows dissipating in the light of her resolve. But Marcus's expression twisted into a scowl, his fury palpable. You've only proven that you can fight memories, not the reality of true strength, he spat, unwilling to recognize her victory. Strength is not just about physical power, it is about standing firm in the face of fear, she countered, her spirit unyielding. And I will prove that I can lead alongside Cyrus. Then prepare for the second challenge, Marcus challenged, his voice low and dangerous. You will face the pack, the wolves will choose between you and what they know. You will have to convince them that you are worthy of being one of us. Cyrus felt a surge of anger. This is unfair, they have seen her strength, they saw her overcome her fears. Enough. Marcus's voice boomed, silencing him. The pack's choice is final, only they can determine your fate, Alara. As the pack gathered, whispers filled the air, uncertainty painting their faces. Alara stood in the center, vulnerability bare on her sleeve, yet her heart thudded with resolve. I am Alara of the Nightingale Pack, she began, her voice steady. I am here not just to claim my place, but to stand with you all. Together we can break the chains of fear. Why should we trust you? The one wolf called out, skepticism etched in his features. You are an outsider. I understand your fears. I know the sting of rejection, of being deemed weak, she replied, her voice rising with passion. But I believe that love is stronger than fear. I have fought for my place among you, and I will continue to fight for us all. Cyrus stepped forward, his heart swelling with pride. Alara sees the potential in each of you. She is not just fighting for herself, but for a future where we rise together as one. Don't let fear hold us back. You are asking us to abandon our traditions, the voice chimed, echoing out across the clearing. I am asking you to open your hearts, Alara urged, her voice a soft melody amidst the chaos. Love is not a weakness, it is our greatest strength. Let us redefine what it means to be a pack. As she spoke, Alara's sincerity ignited a flicker of hope among the wolves. One by one, they began to step forward, voicing their support. I believe in you, Alara, the young female wolf declared, her eyes bright with determination. I, too, another added, emboldened by the energy cascading through the gathering. Encouraged by their voices, Alara pressed on, weaving her way through the crowd. Join me in this fight for acceptance. We can redefine our bonds and embrace what makes us strong. But Marcus's scowl deepened. You think this is enough? He barked, fury radiating from him. Your bond cannot change the roots of our traditions. Alara stood tall, unwavering in the face of his anger. You are afraid of what you do not understand, Marcus. I will not let your fear dictate my fate. With that, the final challenge loomed ahead. The air crackled with anticipation as Marcus declared, The last test is a trial of loyalty. You must choose to fight for your love or your pack. If you fail, you will be cast out, shunned from our midst. Cyrus felt his heart drop. What kind of challenge is that? He protested, stress surging within him. You can tea. I can and I will, Marcus interrupted, eyes gleaming with malice. This is the final stand, Alara. Choose wisely. Alara turned to Cyrus, her gaze filled with determination. No matter the outcome, I choose love. I choose you. I choose you too, he replied, his heart pounding, the weight of their decision hanging in the air like a fragile thread. Together, we will face whatever comes. As the final moments approached, Marcus stepped forward, his challenge looming over them. Prove your love is worthy of loyalty, or face the consequences. With fire in her eyes, Alara faced the pack, her heart racing. I will prove that love can bridge the gaps between us. I will not waver. The clearing fell silent, tension thick in the air. I choose love, and I will show you how powerful it can be, she declared, her voice strong and unwavering. Marcus' expression twisted in disbelief as the pack began to shift, their loyalties faltering. You are a fool, Alara, he growled, fury erupting as he realized he was losing control. But Alara stood firm, her heart a beacon of light amidst the darkness. I refuse to let fear dictate our fates. We can be greater than our past. The wolves began to murmur in agreement, the whispers of doubt slowly dissipating in the face of her conviction. Together, we can redefine our future. Cyrus shouted, his voice ringing clear through the clearing. As the pack rallied behind Alara, unity surged through them, a force that could not be ignored. One by one, they stepped forward, breaking free from the shackles of tradition. In that moment, Marcus realized he was losing the pack's loyalty, and with a roar of anger, he lunged at Alara, but Cyrus intercepted him, his body barrier